QB don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But I'm break.
Yeah, man. We back, man. It's the regular sports guys, episode number 11, man, hosted by Team Parlay with us. We got Thursday night football, man. Bills versus the Texans, and we got some Week 12 preview. So that's on the slate for tonight, man. And we already got somebody chiming in as one of our newly subscribers who is somewhat of our de facto stat guy.
Yes,
and
sir.
his name is Another Lost Soul. Oh, he added some numbers to it. 6810. So that 6810 must mean something, but it's Another Lost Soul. Shout out to Another Lost Soul. Shout out to everybody there in the live and the YouTube and the Twitch side things and in the Facebook, man. We appreciate it. Please come in. We back live, man. This Team Parlay with us, the regular sports guys weekly talk show. So yeah, man, what up, Cook, man? How's it going? Today Stacks is on a vacation day again, but what's going on, Cook?
Yo, Stacks don't want none of this, man. Come on, Stacks. You watch it, you see the fit. You don't want none of this, boy. Nah, what's good, Stacks? What's good, man? Shout out to Stacks.
I like the fit. I like the hoodie. I like the hat. It all looks right. It's all for the timing. The Bruins is, even though they lost last night, but the Bruins is doing good, starting off the season pretty well. And that Boston gear always hit though. So yeah, man, I like that, man. I like what you got on right there, man. That's a nice fit, man. So shout out to Stacks, man. Stacks, if he was here right now, I know it'll be. I know y'all would have.
He might comment. He might put it in the comment.
Hopefully he do bring in a comment. So hopefully he do come in on the comment, man. Shout out to Stack. Shout out to Sean. Don't want to give them dudes a round of applause.
No doubt.
Shout out to everybody out there, man. Please jump in the live. Hey, Another Lost Soul, if you're in there, man. Do anyone think Joe Burrow been practiced? He's been practicing. Yeah, that's been the big topic about today, is that he practiced today, he practiced yesterday or something like that. My thing is Jamal Chase ain't playing.
Right.
So the real threat, even though Burrow, don't get it wrong, Burrow's coming back rusty, you know what I mean, or whatever. I don't care what you practice, you're gonna come back in a real live game, you're gonna be a little rusty. So, and then not having Chase, which is my fantasy guy. I'm kind of pissed off that Chase is not playing due to suspension or some shit that happened. I didn't even see the clip about what happened about the spitting in the face and all this back and forth. Whoever he had beef with on that team last week, I don't even know about it. But
he spit, but it didn't hit him in the face. It hit him like in a body area. But the fact that matter is he spit.
Right.
And yeah, man, that's a no. So like that was automatic. And they got all the footage in the world to see that. So
right. So yeah, so Burrow's gonna sit today. Sit on Sunday against the Pats. Not Burrow, Chase. My fault, people. Chase is gonna sit. Burrow might play. Hey, if he plays, he plays, man. It's a good the Patriots needs to see all the good quarterbacks that they need to see.
Bring it, no matter who it is. Bring it, man. We ready.
Real quick, I'm gonna just bring, since we talking, man. This is the Regular Sports Guys, episode number 11. Please, people, hit the thumbs up button, hit that like button, smash it, smash that like button. Not even hit it, smash it, smash the like.
Set your notifications.
Set the notifications. Share the live, man. This is the Regular Sports Guys. We talk about regular sports stuff every day, and we bring it to you guys live Thursday and Sunday. And it's hosted by Team Parlay with us. And right now the whole team ain't together, but we, this is the team. We rock as a team. So the next man's up, and it's me and Cook today. And we're gonna give y'all a little bit of Cook's best bets. That's gonna come through sometime in the show. You're gonna get the Stony book, the Stony Sports book. It's gonna hit through, before the game really looks like it's gonna be on the way. We'll try to keep an eye on the time so Stony can get those bets into you guys for either tonight's game and during the week for week 12, right? So yeah, man, what do you think, man? What's on your agenda, man? What's on your mind today? I know it's Thursday night football. We're gonna talk about the Bills Texans. I don't know too much about this game. I just feel like it's a Bills game, even though they're going into Houston to play the Texans. I'm not sure Stroud is still out. I haven't paid attention to Houston. Yeah, he's out. So, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, starting with tonight's game, I like the Bills, and as far as the game itself, man, I think the Bills they on that run. It's like I say it time and time again. These teams that been in those playoff games, or these teams that been deep in the playoffs year in and year out, like the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens, for example, that started off slow, that wasn't playing too well. Once this team, once they catch that run, once they catch that momentum, it's like, man, watch out. And
Right.
that's what I think the Bills is on. I think the Bills are on that run right now. I think they know it's go time. I'm not saying, because I know I spoke about how teams may sleepwalk during the regular season. I don't think they sleepwalk during the regular season. I just don't think they gave it 110% during some games in the regular season. I think sometimes they don't give that full effort, and it cost them in some games, But I think now they know there's no room for that. There's no room to slack or play less than 110%. So I think they on that run right now, and I think a lot of people giving the Texans a chance because of their defense down home, but I see this game as a warm-up game for the Bills to play us, when that time comes. I think they getting ready for us, and I think this game, and I think they play another game before we play them again. I think they pedal to the metal, and they ready to show the world that they still here. So that's what I think. I think the Bills are gonna come out tonight, man, and they're not gonna play around with these guys.
Okay. Let me see. I got some news for you guys. Real quick. I'm gonna drop this news real quick. Hold on. I'm just looking for something. Be patient with me, people. I want to piggyback off what my guy said. Let me put my phone on. I want to piggyback off what my guy just said. Another loss. So Penix might be out, season-ending surgery on a partially torn ACL. Wow, that's big, man. That's big for Penix, man. Like I said, that was one of the things coming out of school, coming out of college, that this kid had against him was his knees wasn't. So he already had issues with his knees. So to hear news like that is like, whoa, man. Like, hopefully this ain't like a major setback. I don't want. Hopefully he's not like what was that quarterback from back in the days? He just wasn't. He couldn't go because he was banged up somehow. I mean, I'm talking about way back in the days. I'm trying to think, man.
You gotta pull that up.
I gotta pull that up. I'm
that's within 5 years.
There was a quarterback back in the days, man, that just because of his knees and his situation, he couldn't last. They tried. I forget when it crosses my mind, I'll bring it back up.
I know they just trying to be cautious with Penix. He's their future, and I think you're talking about RG3 maybe.
RG3 was one of them. They mishandled him.
So the RG3 situation opened a lot of eyes to a lot of coaches, a lot of franchises, because that was a case where RG3 got brought back too soon. That's what happened with RG3. They brought him back too soon.
They rushed him. Yeah.
And he was balling out of control.
The Shanahan pops.
He was balling out of control. He caught a little quirky injury. It was an injury where they should have kept him out longer than what they did, and they brought him back too soon, and the injury just got worse, and he just really never recovered, and he never been that guy again. So I think a lot of people saw that, and now they take an extra precaution now with their young quarterbacks. Penix is what his first year, right? First
full year.
First full year.
Last year, remember, he took over for homeboy last year.
Okay, so this is his first full year, his second year, but still he's young, he's their future. So they probably saw something in that injury where they said to themselves, you know what, we might want to take a different route. We just don't need to rush this guy. Not saying that they're out the playoff race or anything like that, but I think his future is more important than just making the playoffs and, you know, risking more damage to whatever injury, you know, to his ACL, which is, you know, sounds like is going on with him. So they're not really playing around with that situation with these young guys now. So I think that's what that is with Penix. You know, they just being real cautious, and they're not going to risk it. You know, losing their guy. You know, their future. And what better situation to be in? They got $100 million. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but they got $100 million backup in Kirk Cousins, so you know they'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, that's the you know, that's a good point. But see, that's what I talk about. Another lost soul, man. Another lost soul. Jump in. Where you at, bro? Like, where you at? Chime in real quick, man. You be coming through with these stats, man. He's my another lost soul is the de facto parlay with us stat guy, man. He brings in the gems, gives us a little news, and help us create the little conversation. I like that. So yeah, man. This week is tonight game, man. We talked about that. Like I said, man. I feel you. I'm going with Buffalo. It'll be surprised if Buffalo goes to Houston and somehow get amnesia or lay an egg. So I don't see it happening.
They don't got that space. They know they don't. They know they don't got
and this
that
is
room,
and this
man.
is AFC. So this is a conference game. So you got to stay ahead of the conference. Remember that. So
Kansas City lost, so they know, man. They telling you the Bills. They on some on some shit right now. They got to tighten up on that defense, but they know Mahomes is on the outside looking in. You know they dug themselves a deeper hole over there in KC. Bills know, man, we take care of business. Yo, we might be that team. I'm telling you, people are not believing in they're not believing in the Patriots in terms of
that's
one of these teams.
I kind of went away from that thing. Yeah, so that's what I've been hearing.
They're not trusting them in the playoffs against a Josh Allen and a Mahomes. I'm telling you, Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
They're not the analysts, the sports analysts. I've been watching, all these sports shows. A lot of them are in reserve. They're giving the Patriots props, but they need to see that playoff run. They need to see what Drake May does in the playoffs. And look, I agree with them 100%.
I agree with them 100.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I've been. That's what I was telling Stacks last week. I'm not knocking this team, but I'm gonna need to see that playoff May. I got it because this is a whole different world.
That's the bar that you setting though. You're setting that bar. You know what I mean? Like,
and there's no pressure. Like it's not like if the Patriots make the playoff and they lose, they had a successful season. Believe it or not,
right?
They did.
Right.
Regardless of how good their record is, because they're trending in the right direction. You're talking about a team that barely won 4 games last year, 4 or 5 games with pretty much the same roster. Yeah, so it's no pressure on them.
A few changes on defense and things like that, but you're right. You're right.
There's no pressure. There's no knock on them. We're just football and analysts. We're football guys. I watch football for hundreds of years, and I see these things. And I understand when these guys pointing certain things out. I know regular season, playoffs. I know how all that is different. So we're seeing teams go 14-2, 15-1, and these great records, and then losing the first round,
then crashing the first round. Exactly.
That playoff experience. They didn't have that playoff experience. They ran into a team that did, and
right. So
I'm hoping that's not the case.
That's why the jury is pretty much out on the Patriots, because yes, the regular season is looking good right now, and compared to last year, everybody's like, wow, how did they go from 4 and whatever the number was last year to now only winning 4 games last year to now at 9-2?
No, they're 8-2 right now.
8-2. 8-2. No, I'm wrong. You're wrong. They're 9-2.
They're 9-2. Yeah, they're 9-2. My bad.
They're 9-2. So to be 9-2, everybody
haven't had the bye week yet. I thought they had.
Yeah, they haven't had bye. People are like, they're like, pause, hold up, let's reevaluate this before we start getting too giddy, and that's rightfully so. So let me see. So yeah, man, that game tonight should be a good game tonight. We're going to give y'all some
we got a best bet on that.
Stoney's going to give you a best bet on that at the Stoney Sportsbook. But then then we got Week 12 popping off, and popping off at week 12 is the Patriots Bengals. They just got to handle business down there in Ohio. In Cincinnati, they just, obviously if Burrow plays, the stadium's going to be on their side. Hopefully the Patriots travel pretty well. But I'm not worried about them. It's going to be tight. I don't see a blowout. I'm going to be reserved to say that. I don't see the Patriots blowing them out by 3 touchdowns. They might get this game by 6. I'm just saying they might get this game by 6. That's all I'm thinking, right? Let's run down.
They'll outlast them. I think that
they'll outlast them. They'll outlast them. But
yeah, I mean, it's a game where I think in the
don't let it be
end, late in the game they'll pull away. They'll pull away late in the game.
Just I'm saying, just don't let it be a trap. That's all I'm saying. So they got to take heed to that. But I'm gonna run down a couple of games in the slate, man. Before we let me look at the time before we run off on some.
I got one game, my favorite game of the week, man. Oof, I got one game that's there's one game this week that I don't care what.
I'm gonna talk about this game.
Guess what it is. Take a guess what game. I'm so amped about. If you had to look at the slate, take a guess of what game you think is my favorite game of the week.
Look at this right now.
That shit's just sticking out like a sore thumb.
It can't be Eagles Cowboys.
What? Yes, it is the Eagles Cowboys. Hell yeah, it is.
I knew it was. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it is.
It's an intriguing game because the Cowboys. What the fuck? So
they're gonna beat the Eagles. They're gonna beat the Eagles. I'm telling you, man. They're gonna beat the Eagles, man. It's one of those.
That's to be seen. That's to be seen.
And I think all my sports bettors out there, y'all better jump on that fast because it's already down to 3. The Cowboys were underdogs by they were plus 4.5 when the week started.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles, they were favored by 4.5. And let me tell you, I think they murdered that 4.5. Now it's all the way down to 3. And it could go even lower. So if y'all gonna bet Dallas, y'all better bet Dallas now because all the money's coming in on Dallas, and rightfully so. I'm picking them to win. I'm on Dallas this week. I'm on Dallas.
This is a game that I think is important this week.
Huge.
Coach
Chief. That another game. That's another
important game. And the coach is going to Arrowhead to play upset Pat right now, who's 5-5, just to 500.
They gotta win.
They gotta win. They have to. And this is what AFC conference game. You have to win. Because if Indianapolis go to friggin' KC and excuse me, take care of business, people better start looking at Indianapolis too. You feel me what I'm saying? If Indianapolis go to KC, I don't care what people say, KC got a little bit of none of this. They don't got this going. They don't got that going. But if Indianapolis go to KC and take care of business, now people going to have to start talking. As much as they talking the Broncos, they talking New England, they're going to have to talk Indianapolis. They're going to have to if they beat the Chiefs coming this Sunday at 1:00. In Arrowhead. That's all I'm saying. That's a pivotal game. Even though your Cowboys-Eagle game is very pivotal because the Eagles could fall into they could go in, this is in Dallas. This game will be in Dallas. So the Eagles could go in there and trip on themselves. But
yes,
that's remain to be seen. So the slate looks pretty
Brown Raiders. That's another most intriguing game, and it's not because of the matchup. It's
because of the player. It's the player.
Yes,
that's why that game is going to be an important game.
Listen, that game.
That game's going to be televised.
He's going to arrive, man.
You feel what I'm saying? The reason why I say it's going to be it's not going to be blacked out because that game's you're going to see this game on CBS this Sunday because people want to see the real sample Shador Sanders. They're gonna want to see a full sample of Shador Sanders.
Yes.
So yeah, that's another good game, even though they both 2-8. That's another good game to watch.
Yes.
I'm looking at the slate, Steelers and Bears. That's another good game, Steelers and Bears. Even though that's an out of conference game, it's still the Bears are 7-3. Right? The Bears are 7-3.
Man,
and the Steelers
that's gonna be an intriguing game. And Aaron Rodgers, man, he has a bad wrist, but
he has a bad wrist.
Excuse me, his non-throwing hand.
Yep. So, hey, those are some good games down the slate. You know, I like that. The Ravens got to get back above 500 against the Jets. Seahawks got to take care of business against the Titans. They go into Tennessee. I think Seattle could do their thing. Shaky ass Packers are facing the Vikings. The Vikings are going into Lambeau.
Yep.
And I think Detroit will take care of business on Sunday against the Giants because the Giants are going to Detroit to play a Lions team. The Lions lost last week, right?
The Lions lost last week to Philly.
To Philly, that's right. That game was tough for them. They couldn't get nothing going. Claudia Cristobal, 831. What up, Claudia Cristobal, 831?
Let's see what's in the crystal ball. Oh, thanks, Claudia. Thanks. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Let's see what's in the crystal ball. Let's see what's in the crystal ball.
Yeah, Claudia Cristobal. She popped in just to give you your shout. Shout out to Claudia. Thanks for coming through, man. Please, like always, we say, please hit that, smash that like button for us, man. And obviously, I know you're a new subscriber because you're peoples of Stony. So that's much appreciated. We thank you and we appreciate you even signing on and joining us on the Regular Sports Guys Talk Show. Drake May MVP. Yeah, Claudia. He's a front runner. He's a front runner, but you know who the MVP should be. They won't give it to him because he is a running back. And right now, Jonathan Taylor should be the lead candidate for the MVP this year because the dude's beasting him out. But behind him is Drake May, I think. That's just me. This is not I don't speak for the NFL or anything, but just on what I'm seeing, the sample that I'm getting out of Jonathan Taylor, he's making that team kind of unstoppable on offense. And so is Drake May. He's very decisive. Don't get me wrong. I like Drake May. I really, really do like Drake May. I wasn't too keen on the draft. Remember, you guys could remember if you go back in the archives when we talked about the drafting of Drake May. Go back to the draft archives of last year during the draft season, and you'll see some of the shows. I wasn't too keen on drafting Drake May. I wanted Daniels bad, and you know it didn't roll in that favor. But Drake May showed me a little something that he's poised, and that's one thing I like about him. He's not rattled. He takes hits, right? And he's poised. He gets right back up and he tried to get that ball out. And one thing I noticed about him that he has what they call amnesia to when he throws this little pick and make a mistake. He gets right back in it. You know, some quarterbacks, they throw that pick, they make a mistake in the game, and then from there on, they just sink right after that. Like, you know, with May, he makes that mistake. He throws a pick or whatever. He had a couple fumbles this year and shit. But you know what? What he did was he picked that ball back up and he made positive plays after that. So that's what I like about him. So it's a good thing. It's a good comment to make, Claudia Cristobal, that Drake May MVP.
I got the updated MVP odds right now, real quick. Matthew Stafford, number 1, plus 125. Drake Mays, number 2, plus 170. Josh Allen, number 3, and Jonathan Taylor's number 4. So that's the top.
Okay.
That's the top 4.
But you know they give the MVP to the quarterback, so that's why I think you're going to see 4 quarterbacks in front of a running back. They give the MVP to quarterbacks. They don't
Yeah, they
give
do. They
them
do.
to running backs.
It's a lot of quarterback. He's like the only running back, and it's just all quarterbacks.
Quarterback.
After Jonathan Taylor, you got Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts,
Yep.
Jared
See?
Goff, Bo
See?
Nix, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, Caleb Williams. Damn.
Yep. See?
You don't all quarterbacks up until Jackson Smith-Nigma. He's like the next positional player, but it's all
he's good. He's
quarterbacks.
good.
So it's all quarterbacks. But man, you got to be a hell of a
positional
player to win it.
Claudia, for real. That's all they do. They just give it to the quarterbacks. I mean, there was seasons when a receiver was balling that should have got the MVP and they gave it to the quarterback. So I know it's a quarterbacks league and things like that, but yeah, I mean, hey, Stafford is balling out. I forgot about Stafford. I don't know how I couldn't mention Stafford.
But he's gonna hold up, though. I mean, it's still. I mean, he's number one right now because the team is balling out of control.
Yeah, remember, the team's balling, but remember, it's the statistics is his numbers. So he's throwing the rock, and
he's throwing a lot of touchdowns. He's
throwing a lot of touchdowns, and they're catching the ball. So and same thing with Drake May. Drake May's throwing the ball, and and he's look where he got the team. So that's why he could be in the MVP. What's this dude's name? The coach. What's the coach?
Vrabel.
Vrabel is in contention of coach of the year. So it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. It's
and you're right, Claudia. Claudia, you're totally right. Hold on, what did I do? Let me do what I don't know what.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I would give it to him.
Jonathan Taylor. Trust me,
no doubt.
I would. He's balling on his. That's a running back, literally holding down. I mean, I'm not saying that. Daniel Jones is not being, how you want to call that, game manager. He's game managing real well. But who's running? Who's putting that rock? I just watched a couple of highlights of this kid, man. This kid, Taylor's balling. He's balling.
Oh, he's
running. He's catching. He's
really well. But
balling.
They got to be careful. I feel like once they clinch a spot, they clinch their position. I think they're gonna have to take it back a notch with him. Slow it down a little bit so he could be fresh and healthy, man. Because man, let me tell you, this football culture, man, it could be dangerous, man. Especially losing a key player towards the end. So I hope they manage him well as well because he's doing his thing. And they're gonna continue to ride him because we still got a lot of season left. But I think once they get to that point, they definitely gonna have to look to take it back a notch with him and include whoever the backup is on that team.
Exactly. You're right. All right, man. Buccaneers Rams is another one, and that's another good game this week. The Buccaneers is on tour, man. They on the road, so they heading to LA now to face the Rams.
That's gonna be a good game. That's the Sunday night.
Sunday night. That's the 8:20 game. We'll be talking more about that when we see you guys Sunday night at 7 o'clock, 7:30 sharp. Parlay with us, the regular sports guys. Real quick, so I'm gonna,
we got to run that.
I'm about to pivot real quick because that time is getting near, and I just took a look at that. I'm about to
get that window.
They got to get that window. Yeah. It's Stony Sportsbook. We about to give y'all some live fire best bets. Get your paper and pen ready to take down Stoney's best bets, man. Let's go, Stoney.
Yes, sir, man. Man, I've been riding this primetime under. I've been riding it for a while, man. But I'm gonna do something a little different today, man. I feel good about it. I'm taking the Bills today, man. I'm taking the Bills. They right now, whoa, yeah. So the money is coming. It's coming in on the Texans, right now. But I don't care. I like the Bills tonight. Right now it's plus 4.5. I'm taking the Bills on the spread. They on fire right now. They know it's go time. They know there's no room for error, and they playing with they pedal to the metal. So we taking the Bills plus 4.5 right now. You could take the under as well. I mean, them primetime unders, I'm not going to abandon it. I'll hop on that as well, but I like the Bills more than the under tonight. So we're going to go to Bills plus minus 4.5. Sorry, we're taking the Bills minus 4.5. We're going to also take the under 44.5. And my favorite play of the Sunday, we taking the Cowboys plus 3 over the Eagles.
Ooh, I like
team.
that.
That's another team that's on go time. They made some key acquisitions at the trade deadline in Quinn and Williams, so they revamped that defense. They feeling themselves right now. I think they got something, and what better way to show the world that they ready to make this run by playing the defending champs at home, which they're good against them at home. So I love the Cowboys. I love them plus 3. And I'm taking them to win. So you can put a little bit on that money line, and you can go heavy on that plus 3 because I think the Cowboys are going to win Sunday. So those are my plays. Cowboys plus 3, a little bit on the money line. Bills minus 4.5, and the under 44.5 for the game. Let's get this money.
I respect that, Crook. Thanks for giving us your best bets, and for episode 11, the regular sports guys, we appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I'm sure the people out there who had their pens ready took down these bets. Hopefully, you guys win. Yo, one thing I would say before, I was gonna hit one thing because you mentioned one team, but I would say one thing. You are right. I've been paying attention to your picks. The under has been hitting. Man, the under has been hitting. So people, that under has been hitting. If anything, that Cook just gave you all his gems.
Primetime unders.
That primetime under, boy.
About Thursday night, Sunday right night, and Monday night. Like those
he's right about that.
Like everything, all good things, all streets come to an end, no doubt. But hey, if you've been making enough money on the street, why not ride it until till the end? But you're gonna keep yourself, within your what you call it, within your within your budget in terms of your bet. So you want to stay within your bankroll. Whatever your whatever your units are, stay within your units. What, like your max units could be $75. No matter what, my max is $75, or a half a unit would be, $35, so just to say an example, so whatever your max bet would be, always stick with that, no matter what, no matter how hot you get, no matter what. Yeah, if your bankroll grows, yeah, you could adjust it a little bit, but I wouldn't get too crazy. That's the thing with this sports betting thing. You don't want to get too crazy. Like, yeah, the under's been hitting. I could be on a 6-7 game winning streak with you guys, and you guys are just rolling it over. But I would be careful with that. I would stick with my bet size. I would stick whatever your unit is, just stick with that, because if this streak ends, at least you just lost what your normal unit is, and your bankroll is still look good. So that's key. Just don't open your eyes too wide. No matter how good this streak is, just keep it the same. And if you're gonna grow a little, if you're gonna bet it up a little bit, just bet it up just a little bit, not too much. Don't go all in. You don't ever go all in.
Well, you know what?
Never go all in.
I'm gonna push back on one of your bets. I'm not too much of a betting man, but I do sometimes dabble. I'm gonna push back on that Cowboys. I'm not betting on the Cowboys ever again in my life, because the PTSD that I had from the Cowboys from a few years ago when we was in Vegas together.
I understand, man.
So for them Cowboys, until I see something different out of those Cowboys, I am not putting my money on that. Trust me. Sorry about that one, Cook.
Yeah,
enough
man,
respect.
you gotta have that. You gotta have amnesia with this thing too. That's another thing. You gotta.
I know.
You know, you can't bring things. I understand though.
Hey,
I understand.
you're doing the right thing.
The trauma. The trauma.
Oh man, that's why I said the PTSD from that loss of that money. I know you walk, but you end up walking away when that last bet you made before we left Vegas, that kind of put a smile on your face the morning we arrived back home. So I know that loss in Vegas a couple of years ago with the Cowboys. It was San Fran game, and we put it all in, man. I would never forget that. And
we went heavy. We went away from that. We were supposed to stick with the unit.
Exactly.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. Ever since then, my PTSD's been riding on those Cowboys.
And we had a couple of them Goose Islands too. So we had, we was sipping, we was happy, we was feeling ourselves. So that was another factor.
Yeah, we was feeling ourselves at that sports
when you make these bets, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to where was we, man? What was that? Westgate. Shout out to the Westgate Sportsbook, man. We had a time there. Was it Westgate we was having? Yeah, no.
Nah, it was Mirage. Come on,
it was the Mirage. Shout out to the Mirage Sportsbook, man. Shout out to the Mirage Sportsbook, man. We had a time in that sportsbook, man. I ain't gonna lie.
It's about to be the Hard Rock
Hotel, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, Hard Rock Casino, Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. Yo, we might be the first, one of the first visitors to that site once they put it back up. Since they tore down our old home where we was constantly visiting, which is the Mirage. So once that Hard Rock go up, man, we'll be right there putting it back in. Stacks here. There we go. Stacks.
Yo, good looking, Stacks. Good looking, man. Good looking. Man. I appreciate it, man. I tried, man.
Yeah, Stacks, man. Stacks, you like that one, man. I knew you was gonna chime in at some point and see that, and he was gonna be like, yo, that's a fly ass fucking hoodie he got on there, bro. Trust me. Is it plain in the front or it got something in the back?
Oh yeah, it got something in the back.
I knew it had something in the back.
It got something in the back. I'm about
to have something in the back.
I know about this in the back, man.
Yo, who's that? Oh, I don't even know that number, but tell me who it is.
What? That's Bobby Orr, baby.
Bobby Orr, wow.
That's Bobby Orr.
Yo, Cook. I mean, Stacks. Sorry, Stacks. I know you're watching. Man. Stacks, he got you. He's hitting you hard right here.
No, Bobby Orr, he's that you see him.
He's hitting you hard right here with this one. Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
The dude that they got him in the air.
Yeah.
That's Orr.
Yeah, I know Orr, but I didn't know his number was number 4. I'm not too much of a hockey guy, as you know, but that's a nice one, man. That's a fly ass sweater. I like that Bruins. And let's get back into it, man. What else we got going on, man, before this game get kicked off? We already went down a little bit of the slate, man, and gave you a few of those teams that's going to be balling out this weekend and how we feel about them. Let me think. Let me see.
We could touch on that Shedeur Sanders debut, man. I think that's gonna be.
I mean, I know you're interested in it. I mean,
what
I'm
it is,
interested
man.
in it somewhat, but I just want to see how.
I want to see the Deion Sanders pedigree, like, because you talking about pressure. You talking about pressure, man. This is, what's crazy in life? Everything he went through, right? And I know throughout it all, I know he would go to bed at night and he would just say, man, I can't wait to get this opportunity to prove all these people wrong. All these teams that passed up on me, everybody that tried to embarrass me and my family, knowing that I should have went before all these guys. The dude, Gabriel, the guy Show over there. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but them quarterbacks that they picked before him. Man, now he got his opportunity because it wasn't a given, because he could have gotten injured. Anything could have happened up until this point. Anything could have happened. But now, the stage is set for him. And I can't wait to see how he performs. Everybody can't wait, man. I watched all these sports shows. That's all they was talking about. They can't wait to see how this guy performs now that he got his opportunity. And there's no, and yeah, you know, his team, his offensive line, his wide receivers, whatever the case may be, it don't matter. This is what is in front of you. Show us what you got.
Right.
Because if you that guy that everybody was saying you was, if you that guy that was at the draft with the big chain and all, you know, let's see what you got, man. I'm very interested to see how he performs on Sunday.
I think the kid deserve a chance.
Yes, me too.
I think he deserve a chance. Sorry, it sucks that he's on a team like the Browns, but I don't really shit on the Browns. The Browns just have missed opportunity.
But it's gonna be even better for him if you think about it, Beans, because they can't say, oh, he has a CeeDee Lamb and he has superstars around him. That's what now he is the superstar. He got mediocre players. He is the star. So this is where he want to be.
Right. He has to make this is his time, like you said. It's up to him now since he's getting the opportunity. But then again, hopefully the team can embrace him and play for him too, though. I'm talking about offensive line, running back, whoever the shitty, I can't call him shitty, but whoever the receivers are that he do have and don't. Actually, I can't talk about the kid Finnan or whatever his name is. He has like an Irish name, whatever. He's the tight end, Fian or whatever his name is. I like that kid. He is a good good catch, pass catching tight end. Maybe Shador should develop a rapport with him. Getting the ball to a tight end is always a plus for a quarterback, especially if it's a big target like this kid is.
Fannin Jr. Yes, he definitely should.
The ball to Fenn, and he's on my fantasy, so I want him to do good. But and he's doing good. It's not like he's doing good. I read a little bit bio. I've been watching him this year. I didn't know nothing about him, but I've been watching him a little bit. I picked him up in my fantasy. He's not blowing him out the doors, but this kid got potential to be a top target soon. It's just the quarterback got to get him the ball. So this might be Shador's blanket if they're coaching him, if he's practicing with the kid
he's getting the reps. He's getting the reps. He didn't get the reps last week.
Let's see what happens. I want the kid to succeed. To tell you the truth, I don't want, he did get done wrong, and I know why he got done wrong. We all know why he got done wrong.
Look, man, look, I'm not even gonna lie. Look, to each his own, but I feel like he should have been more humbled. I think the whole Sanders family should have been more humble at the draft, knowing they got a lot of haters out there. They got a lot of people that's not liking them because they're getting too much attention. They're getting too much publicity, and that's the world we living in. When you're getting too much, people don't like to see that. So I felt like they should have approached the draft in a more humble way. He did too much. I mean, the chain.
Even with the combine. It's not even that. It's the combine.
No, look what took the cake. Did you see where he was at in the draft? He was in the room where he had all the teams lined up, all the hats. He had all the hats. He had this big hoopla going on. It's unheard of. You never seen that before. I mean, you see guys go to the draft. You see guys. The most common thing you see guys on their couch with their family behind them. You seen him on the couch looking nervous, just hoping they get drafted. Nah, you didn't see that with him. You saw a guy that had like a party going on and shit, lights going on. He had all kinds of crazy shit going on. So, they took offense to that. A lot of like, what's going on? Phone calls were made like, don't let him slide down. We picking that motherfucker in the second round. Like, I'm not saying that's what they did, but that's what it felt like because he was way more talented than
where he got picked. Of course,
that was picked before him.
Of course, he was way more talented than where he got picked. Remember, he was supposed to be a top 5 pick.
Yes, definitely.
Top 5.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I liked the Giants picking Dart before him. I think Dart had a little edge on him. I think in terms of the size, the athleticism, and it showed. Dart was the guy. He came in, he made an immediate impact. It's just that he didn't have good coaching staff showing him how to slide. He took too many hits. That's what happened with that. That's why they got rid of these guys because they should have coached that kid a lot better. And like, look, you got to slide, man. You can't be taking these hits, man, because look what happened, man. Concussion, and he's been out since. So,
right.
I think I didn't mind the Dart pick before Shador, but I think Shador should have went after Dart. No doubt about it.
No doubt. He should have been up there.
Yeah, definitely. Even Brown should have got him first before Gabriel. Come on, Gabriel. What was they doing with that, man? Gabriel, look at it. He didn't even last, man. Yeah, that wasn't even a surprise.
So yeah, man.
Here we are, though. Here we are. No matter what, we're here now. So he has to get busy on Sunday.
All right, let me see. Anything going on in the news? Let me see. Yo, that Panthers, man. Them Panthers are feeling themselves, just so you guys know. Just to put that out there. Let me give you the Panthers are 6-5. They're going to play the 49ers on Monday. We'll talk about that on Sunday, but don't sleep on these Panthers. Don't sleep on these Panthers.
Nah. I mean, shit. They look like they
found. Claudia, look it up. What Cook was talking about. He's not lying about the whole Shador Sanders thing. That's what happened with Cook, man. I mean, with Shador and his family, they got a little too cocky, and that's their nature. That's the father's nature, and that's they got a little too cocky and besides themselves. They thought they were a shoo-in, and when people know you think you got the shoe-in, they're gonna stymie you. They're gonna do things.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? And that's what really happened there.
Yeah, so, that's just what it was, man. It was just too much of a hoopla going on. That's the Sanders family. Too much. It was just too much. And you got it. The NFL, they'll tell you right away. They'll give you a reality check right away.
I like Claudia. Claudia be coming up. Claudia said, I don't mean to switch things up but she was like, she's like, I know we talking football, but what about them Pistons on a 11-game winning streak?
Absolutely.
I wish Stax was here right now because Stax will love your comments, Claudia, because that's his thing. But I didn't know that.
Good observation on that streak. Yeah, they playing some good basketball right now, man. That team, man, they balling. They on fire right now. And I'm not too surprised. I mean, they were doing their thing. Look, they almost took out the Knicks last year, man. It just came down to a final miss. I mean, they went down to the wire, man. They took the Pistons. I'm telling you, they took the Pistons to that last. I mean, Jalen Brunson hit that 3. That was, man, there's nothing they could do, but they definitely up and coming.
Yo, Stax, I can't talk basketball because you're not here. I hate to say it. I am bad.
We're running out of time too. I mean, we could talk basketball, but
we could talk. But Stax, I'm gonna just let Stax know. Stax, I can apologize and say I am bad with my basketball knowledge, especially watching the games during the season. I only get interested after Christmas. I tell y'all that every year on this talk show.
Look, and the thing is, right? Look what's funny about Stax. Yo, it's only 14 games in out of 82 games. Like, there's so much basketball to talk.
Exactly.
So much basketball. Like,
and when we got 17 games of football.
I mean, look, Wemby's injured. Injured. He's out. You got all kinds of players hurt. Like, it's a little too early. And yeah, we're gonna give basketball up, no doubt. But it's like 1 million games left, man. Even when football's over, basketball's still gonna be going on. So relax, man. Relax. It's like 1 million. It's like baseball, 162 games.
Hey, Claudia, as a sports person, she brought it up. Though. You know what I mean? That was a good observation of hers. Good observation. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube, man, and the Facebook, man. Shout out to Claudia, Crystal Ball. Shout out to Hustle Stacks. Shout out to Another Lost Soul, man. Thank you guys, man. You guys are like staples on this show, and I appreciate it. Yeah, that's true. Yo, that's an off guard. Yo, I wouldn't think that about Pistons, but you know what, Claudia, my boy Stacks has been saying this since last year. He's been talking up the Pistons. He's saying the Pistons is a sneaky, dangerous team. I think you've been mentioning that too, Cook. And I wouldn't, to hear this 11-game winning streak, I'm not kind of surprised, but I still don't know the product. And I'm going to be 100%. I don't know Detroit's product to say, wow, they deserve to be to have this 11 game win. Maybe they do. They win 11. So I can't say they do or they don't deserve it. They won 11 straight right now. But I don't know the product to even comment on it. But thanks for that. You're paying attention to that product of Detroit. Detroit wants to be back in the mix. Detroit was a storied franchise when it came to playing basketball and playoff basketball. So for Detroit to get back into the mix of the Eastern Conference, it's a good thing. We need it. You know what I mean? It's always good when them low tier teams start to climb. You know, Stacks talked about Orlando. Orlando's another one. You know, so I like to see these teams. Even though you know, I'm rooting for us to get back to where we need to be, but that's a story for another day. Let me see what Crooks is saying here real quick.
No, that's Stacks. Stacks. He's talking about.
My fault. I keep saying
college basketball. Yeah, no doubt. Definitely give college basketball love. Definitely, no doubt.
Yeah, college basketball. Cook.
Stacks.
Cook, who won that game against Arizona? I didn't watch. I watched. I was watching the game. That was a very tight game. I think when I dozed off, it was third quarter. They had 8 minutes left, and it was like 60-something to 6. They were tied, 60-something each, tied up, knotted up. And for some reason, they went into the commercial. And by the time the commercial was done, I was sleeping. Who won against that Arizona-UConn game? Because they both were undefeated 4-0.
Arizona, that was yesterday, right?
Yes. I fell asleep on that shit.
Arizona, UConn.
Yeah, Claudia, start watching some of these college games. I'm a college football head, so especially when it comes to you know, I like
Arizona won 71-67.
Wow. So you know what? I think when I last left the game, it was 62 or some shit like that. 61. They were knotted up, and then I fell off and fell asleep. But yeah, man, college football is intriguing too, man. I love some college football. Reason why I watch it, because then we get to know who's coming out and see these stud players coming out for the next season in the draft and stuff like that. Yeah, Stacks. Cook already gave me the answer. Arizona. I know Arizona was who won the champion last year again? College basketball. Damn. Wasn't Arizona in this 4? Wasn't it in the
4? You know who won?
You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it in the Final 4?
No, they didn't make it to the Final 4.
Was it Florida?
Florida won. They beat Houston.
They beat Houston. That's right. Right. That was a nice Final 4, actually. We enjoyed that last year during our shows, our podcasts. We enjoyed that. That was a good
March Madness, man. That was a
March Madness. That was nice. Run. Yeah, that was a great one. We was on top of that. Yeah, we will be getting into more basketball. I mean, like Stack said, like Crook said, man, it's early. It's early, Stack.
Yeah, it's early.
We got 82 games with 14, 15 games within. Let's wait and see how this thing really starts to pan out. You know what I mean? Before we start. But we could comment. You know more.
We're going to talk about it.
We could talk about it. You know more than I know about what's going on in both college basketball and college and professional basketball. Shout out to the kid from BYU though. That kid from Brockton from BYU. He is balling. Stacks was on top of that, and he's right about that kid. That kid is balling out there. He's a force. So with that being said, let me see what else I got for you guys before we about to call it a night, so we could watch a little bit of this game tonight. And let me see any news, man. Any news we got? Anything you got, Crook?
Nah, man, we good, man. I mean, you know, we touched everything, man, for tonight.
Yeah. I feel so too. Stacks, you got anything you want to drop? Yo, Stacks, real quick, let me drop something on you. Your boy Crook said Philly's going down to the Cowboys this Sunday. Is it Sunday? It's Sunday night, right?
Sunday afternoon. Sunday afternoon,
4:00 game. Stacks, what you think about that? Your Philly boys. I know, you know, we always got that little extra team that everybody say your boys or your team. His team is the Patriots, but his, you know, NFC, he backs Philly. So Philly, he's saying Philly's gonna take that L this weekend to the Cowboys, to them girls. I call it them girls, but let's see what you think. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't like the way the Cowboys be playing ball, man. For some reason, they're just erratic. I don't know. They're just erratic team. They have it all. They be having everything, and then they still can't win. I can't get it. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Thanks, Claudia Crystal Ball. You were a great participant in tonight's show. Appreciate on the live and on what you call it. Giving us your ones and twos. I really appreciate it.
You'll be happy on Sunday, Claudia. You'll be happy on Sunday, man. They're gonna pull it out, man. It's a good spot for them. I mean, there's a lot of, believe it or not, Philly's winning, but there's a lot of turmoil in that locker room, man. I don't know if y'all heard, man. There's been a lot of shit going on in that locker room. They're not happy with Hurts. A lot of the players are disgruntled, and it's just a matter of time before it shows on the field. And I think it's going to show Sunday.
Claudia,
Cowboys, getting
real
that
quick,
ass.
Claudia. I thought you were from Boston. I'm hoping you are from Boston.
Yeah, hell yeah. She's from out here.
I know that, but she put as a Cowboy fan, Claudia.
Yeah, there's a lot of different fans out here that lives here. You know?
My gosh, I know. I know. I shouldn't be like that because I root for the team that sucked for like 2 generations, which is the Lions. Right now, I do root for the Lions, so I understand that. But come on, man, them girls, man, that's them girls over there. But that's okay. And Stack says, Cook, you're full of shit talking about his Philly team. Yo, Stacks, he thinks this team is going to be in disarray in the next couple of weeks. She said, I regret, Claudia is funny. She said, listen, I regret my life choices. That's a funny quote though. I feel you with that. But she said she's a Drake May fan. That's good. Claudia, I don't know what it. Most women always like the quarterback. Like for some reason, I would just be 100. They don't say they like the friggin' offensive lineman. They don't say, "Oh wow, Dan Campbell." They don't say Campbell is my guy.
That's who the cameras on all the time, man. You know what I mean? That's the guy they show when he's walking off the field and take his helmet off. That's who they show, man.
That's who they show, unless they show the diva wide receiver or something like that. So that's, but other than that, yeah, you're right. So she's laughing. No, for real, it's facts. I understand that. Like, that's why, most girls like the quarterbacks, man. That's who they know on a football team. The first thing they think football, they go quarterback. So they don't think about nothing else. They don't say, you know what I mean? No, we ain't going to get into all that, Claudia. We ain't getting into all because she's wilding. We ain't getting all of that, man. You know what I mean? And you can get down like that on this show. I mean, it's not no parental discretion type of show, so we can say what we want to say. And this,
she's safe.
Yeah, she's safe. I like her. Her comeback, the energy. That's what I'm saying. Her comeback, her energy is good. Join us next week. Join us on Sunday. Sundays is like. Thursday night shows is, it's like more of a laid back, we try to get it in. We are missing Stacks, and Stacks, if Stacks was here, trust me, the banter will be going on a little bit more. But join us on Sunday afternoon, 7:30. You'll get the notification. Check your notifications. I usually put it out early. You'll see it. And we're going to have a popping show on Sunday. We're going to talk about everything. We get in, like, usually the show's an hour and change long on Sundays because we talk about everything. I want to get up. I'll give y'all some of my Premier League is winding down. I'll let y'all know what's going on in the Premier League right now. Hopefully Liverpool climbs back up, but I think Arsenal's leading the charge in the Premier League right now. They got the numbers on Liverpool right now. I haven't checked, but the last time I checked, it's been Arsenal. So if you're into the Premier League football, which is soccer, Americans call it soccer, but it's football overseas. Check that Premier League, and Arsenal came out of nowhere. I didn't see Arsenal being where they at right now. I thought Liverpool would have ran away with it again, or my team that I saw creep from the bottom was Manchester City. So I was looking for Manchester City to be back inside the leading in the Premier League, but Arsenal came out of the way. But Arsenal is a storied franchise in the Premier League. So, hey, it is what it is. Oh, she do love football. Yes, thanks, Claudia. I'm glad you do love football. I love soccer, especially Premier League. I don't really watch too many other leagues. That's Sean Doe. Sean Doe, another staple of the Parlay with Us show. He is on hiatus this year, but Sean Doe was big on the other leagues. He know the Belinga League, and he knew this league, and he knew all these other leagues. I'm more focused. I love the Premier League and what comes out of it, because it's like the top tier players run into the Premier and the Spanish leagues too, the Belinga and all that. But that's my thing. So yes, tune in Sunday. We'll have some gems for you guys again with best bets from Stoney for the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. And we'll run through the slate on who did what and how certain teams did on Sunday afternoon. And we'll give y'all some more of that fire content, man, and give y'all these gems. Please pay attention in the sports books, man. Yo, Stoney's been hitting, especially on that under. Pay attention. Get your pen and pad. It's very important.
Yes, sir.
She say, let's go River Plate. What is that? That's for you, huh? That's for you, Cook, because I don't know what that.
River Plate. I'm not sure who that is either. But
She said, let's go River Plate. Oh, I don't know what that is, Claudia. Maybe that's something. I don't know. But tune in. Stacks, we'll see you Sunday, man. No more vacation days for you for a couple of weeks. All right.
oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that.
South
Soccer has a lot of
team
teams.
from Argentina.
Yeah, soccer has a lot of teams.
No, they got
And,
a lot of leagues. I don't
a lot of
really,
leagues, a
I
lot
don't
of
really
teams.
pay attention to the what do you call the South American leagues.
And then we
They
got the
have
World
their own
Cup
leagues.
next year too. So it's a lot coming down
It's
the
a lot
pipeline.
going
World
on.
Cup next year. Oof. So that's why I like. I get into that World Cup because that's the Super Bowl of.
Yeah, that's
that,
the Super Bowl of it. But trust me, Premier League is the thing, man. Is very exciting in the Premier League, and we will see you next week. We will chat up again, Claudia, next week. And Stacks, yes. Stacks, you said y'all funny. Yes, no more vacation days for Stacks. Stacks will be here on Sunday, bright and bushy-tailed, and so will the rest of us. So, guys, we'll see you Sunday. Please, guys, like, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, and all those other different streaming sites that we are on, Twitch. Please like and subscribe. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to let me give another round of applause to Hustle Stacks. Probably in a meeting doing business stuff, but he still gave us a shout out, and shout out to Stony Cook. We'll see you guys on Sunday. We out. Parlay with us, the regular sports guys.
God, to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through.